Came in defensive guy. Defense is going to be tight.
Right.
Offense, he's going to have him a dual threat quarterback because all defensive players hate those guys that can do both, and that's what he's doing. But as we take a look at the schedule you got coming for the upcoming season for Alabama State, anything stand out to you that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I think the biggest game is just the first one. You're going at UAB right across the street here in Birmingham. That'll be a tough game on a Thursday night. And going down to Southern, that was my first ever college football game was playing at Southern. So we know it's a hostile environment. And just looking at it early on in the season, you got those Big East games with FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, Jackson State, Alabama A&M all in a row. So we'll know pretty early what we're about, and I think that's going to be good for us. We have a lot of young guys playing on defense, so we want to throw them in the fire and see what happens.
And speaking of defense, you have a new defensive coordinator with Ryan Lewis going over to UAB. And so Billy Gresham, very familiar with your system. Will there be any difference in the way that your defense looks?
Yeah, there'll be a couple of differences. He'll have his unique imprint on it. But Billy's a guy, I've been knowing him since he was a student athlete at Alabama State, all-conference linebacker, was a special teams coordinator. So the team is used to hearing his voice. So for him to make that next step to defensive coordinator, I'm excited to see him put his personal touches on the defense.
And the follow-up on that schedule is kind of unique, one, you got to like your AD, Cable, who does a good job doing that. But, man, you got to play Miles, you got to play Tuskegee, them two in-state D2s that almost a no-win situation for Alabama State because people think you're supposed to win, but then they also don't know how good those programs can be on any given year. But then for them, got to get off to a good start. The SWAC East, they start off with Florida A&M. That's the East Division. They play Bethune-Cookman. That's the East. Jackson State. That's the East. And then Alabama A&M. So that stretch right there, going into the Magic City Classic, I'm going to look like we're going to know what type of team Alabama State has.
Well, that's the good thing is that we're telling our guys right now, and the rest of the conference is too. So every coach is saying the same thing. You have to get off to a good start, and so we
got to.
Yeah, we got to, and we want to throw the first punch. I think the last couple of years we've been taking the punches and bouncing back and finishing strong. So this year, hey, let's get going. And so that's what we're going to have an emphasis on.
All right, we're going to get going over to the players' corner as Cameron Smith, along with Keon Lewis, is standing by with our Simone.
Yes, we're ending with a bang and these suits. A great way to close it out with the black, the Alabama State ties. Can you break down this suit for us, Keon?
Yeah, so basically we have the black suit with the white polo button down, and we have the stinger with us. So we represent Alabama State colors and the tradition going on at Alabama State.
And it's perfectly tailored. Love it, looking great. So Keon, first team preseason honors, Cameron, second team honors. What did that recognition mean to you guys?
It's just a blessing to just get the honor for that. But I want to see that and go first team or just get All-American. That's just my goal.
What did that mean to you to get that recognition from the conference?
Well, it means a lot to me. It's a blessing to be put on that stage and, people recognizing my hard work. But it don't mean nothing unless you go out there and finish what you started. So I got to go out there and execute and get the job done and finish what they want me to be.
Absolutely. And we talk about this Alabama State team. Finished second in the East last season. What is it going to take this year to finish on top?
It's just like what he said, man. It's just off. It starts with offensive line. If the offensive line can be cohesive, we can do anything and everything. Last year we had 2,000 yards since 2019. We're going to try to exceed that all the time. So it starts with offense.
How have you seen the O-line group get stronger?
We just started hanging out more outside of football. I feel like that's the most important thing with those guys. I think that we are the only people coming with 4 returners coming back, and we're all very tight in that group.
What's the hangout spot in Montgomery?
It's the crib, man. Like everything for free. That's the best spot. You know what I'm saying? Playing the game. That's what we do.
Bond in any way you can.
That's correct.
Absolutely. And Keon, when you look at the defensive side of the ball, you were a ball hawk last year. What excites you about the possibilities this year?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the guys come together. We all came as one. We bond together. So I'm looking forward to the guys showing what they could do. We had a good team last year, so guys want to step up and fill them shoes. So I'm looking forward to them guys that want to do that.
And what's the defense doing to get tight? How y'all bonding?
Oh, we bond very well. We bond with offense as well. So it's not just one side of the ball. We all bond together. So we all chill. We play cards, play video games, just hang out together.
What's the card game? What y'all playing?
We play spades.
Who's your partner?
I got Rudy, my linebacker. That's my guy right there.
Y'all be winning?
Oh, yeah, we beat Boston, everything. We get people off the table,
So we'll see, because I'm sure some people will be in the comments. We're going to know if that's true or not. So this team was predicted to finish 3rd in the East. What's your reaction when you see that?
I think it's disrespectful. But also, at the end of the day, it's the preseason. So, it doesn't matter where you start. It's where you finish. So.
I like the way you quickly brush past. Disrespectful, but it doesn't matter. Kiara, how do you feel about it?
So me personally, I feel like it's a good thing they got us as the underdogs. Everybody love an underdog story, so we gonna go out there, show everybody what we want to do and what we is. So I'm thankful to be third and underdogs.
Come from behind and sting 'em.
That's the motto.
I like it, Coach. What do you think?
I think we were right where we want to be. For me, I don't think I need any motivation about whether you selected first, third, or last. If you need motivation from the media, then you're in trouble.
You need some. You know why?
Why is that? Please tell me, Jay.
Because you need to go and win this thing because you kind of coined this phrase, "Who is Swac?"
Exactly.
Are you Swac?
I
Well,
am.
If you want to be Swac, then you know what you got to do.
What's that?
You got to get one of these Swacs.
You're exactly right.
We look forward to seeing the Alabama State Hornets swarm as one this season. Thank you so much, head coach Eddie Robinson Jr., and to the players as well. We appreciate your time. And that rounds out the team portion of this media day. We'll be back with final thoughts and Jay's Gimme 5 when we return.
Big rivalries, big wins, and continuing legacies. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference has been more than just a league. It's been a movement. From the roaring crowds to sold-out stadiums, year after year, SWAC leads the nation in FCS attendance. And now, the wait is over. Welcome to SWAC TV, your free all-access pass to the soul of the conference. Every rivalry, every win, every championship moment, captured, streamed, and celebrated. Stream SWAC TV, available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Google Play, and Android TV. SWAC TV, where history is made and moments live forever. The 2025 SWAC football season is almost here, and SWAC TV is set to bring you some of the most anticipated games of the season. Big classics, historic rivalries, and some of the best bands in the land will headline the inaugural slate of 45 football games this fall. Free, live, and on demand on the new and exclusive streaming platform of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. The time is now. SWAC TV is here, building champions for life.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, this is entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler. That was for us. There's no lifeguard. Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Pepsi. I'm not needed here.
It really is a perfect combo. Are your friends with the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. GMC, honored to support the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Welcome back here as we look to close things out for the 2025 SWAC Football Media Day, brought to you by Pepsi, Jay Walker, Tiffany Green. And folks, we appreciate you sticking with us all throughout. It was quite enjoyable to listen to all of the coaches and players, to hear about their expectations and excitement for the upcoming season. What did you take away?
I think the new coaches, that's a big one there, but there's still the same thing where, the coaches are like, hey, we can talk and we can look good on paper, but we've heard less talk because of the portal, because of the transfer portal. These coaches don't know what they're going to get either. So a lot of them are in limbo in terms of, well, we think we got the right guy, but we don't know if we got the right guy there. Then the scheduling and the interesting layout there, I think those have been some interesting things. And I do like the star power. You talk about Kelby Givens and guys like that. I like having the star power. The SWAC continues to bring the star power.
And the excitement that we have seen from the coaches, because kind of the personality of the coaches has changed over time. You talked about just from, a few years ago and until now, but I think we've got some personable guys, personable coaches that I look forward to getting to know some of the new guys.
Most comfortable coach up here seemed to be T.C. Taylor.
For sure.
He seemed very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then, you look at the Energizer Bunny's always going to be Lonzo Hampton there, and he still makes you believe. I mean, they haven't necessarily busted grape yet, but you still feel like, oh, they're close. They're close.
Yeah. So, Jay, I'm curious.
Okay.
All right. You've heard from everybody, and obviously you do tremendous research. Curious to know kind of the storylines for this upcoming HBCU football season as you will reveal them.
Sounds like you want to give me 5.
Give me 5.
Sounds like you want to give me 5. All right, here we go. Top 5 things I'm looking forward to this upcoming SWAC season. Number 1, we're going to start. That's JSU. Can they repeat? Can JSU get the job done? They've got a good chance to. They're the hottest thing in HBCU football right now. Number 2, we kind of talked about the trash talker. They lost Cornell Maynard, who was a legendary trash talker. The SWAC is all about trash talk. What coach is going to step up and be that guy that can talk the talk and walk the walk, back it up? Number 3, let's go with the 3 new coaches that they've got in the conference this year. You got Mississippi Valley State has got a new coach. Alabama A&M has got a new coach. And help me, I'm going to draw a blank. Prairie View A&M has got a new coach. So that's the story that I'm seeing there. Number 4, how about Viva Las Vegas? The SWAC thinking outside the box, expanding their footprint, going into Nevada, going to Las Vegas for that game there between Grambling and Jackson State. And number 5, we've been saying this for the past couple of years, the wacky Wild West of the SWAC. Who is going to win the SWAC West? Who's going to be the team or the program that's going to dominate on a continual basis? Southern won it last year. Can they do it again this year? And on the bubble, I'm going to put Prairie View A&M and FAMU. You know why? Because 5 and 7, number 5 and 7 was not enough for Prairie View A&M to keep their coach. And Florida A&M lost 5 games for the first time in a long time. Those are teams on the East and the West. They're going to have something to say about how it all rounds out.
I agree with many of your points, and I really do love the footprint expansion going out to Las Vegas. I'll add Tiff's 2 cents really quickly because you talked about those 3 new head coaches. I think who will shine? That's my question mark. Who will shine as one of those new head coaches? Not divulging much information, Tremaine Jackson, about how many players traveled over with him from Valdosta. Terrell Buckley, who has got an excitement and wanting
had a quiet confidence about himself there
definitely
too.
A quiet confidence for sure.
I like the messaging.
Yeah, but the chase that we heard from Sam Shade and the chase is on for the Bulldogs to try to take number 1 in the SWAC East. Secondly, I'm going to go lighter here, and that being, let's think about some of the uniform combos. Right, and the wonderful combinations that we may see. Now, I'm not going to be very popular when I say this with Rattler Nation, but Bethune-Cookman oftentimes has some really solid uniform combos, especially with the helmets.
They always show up in the classic too. They always show up in the classic. You being the fashion aficionado that you are, giving a shout out to. So you're saying Bethune does better uniform combinations than FAMU?
They look great. They look great.
You're saying that? Oh my God!
They do.
In the show.
They have the shiny helmets. I know they in Jackson State kind of have the shinier chrome looking helmets, and so it's a good look. But finally, what's it going to take to be able to hoist that trophy for the 2025 cricket celebration? Quarterback.
You got to have quarterback. I mean, it's coming down like it's pretty simple. If you've got the best quarterback play, you're going to win this conference. You're going to go very deep into it. Florida A&M made that run when they had Moose at quarterback there, Jackson State. So that's what it's going to come down when they had Shedeur Sanders. Quarterback play. And the quarterback position is wide open. Jackson State has a returner, but, he was substituted in and out as well. So I want to see who's going to be that quarterback. QB1. That's the key.
You always think about quarterbacks and always think about offense for sure, but the defense certainly stout within the Southwestern Athletic Conference as well. My partner and the Black College Football Hall of Famer, Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Green. We say thanks so much, and we out from Birmingham.
Big rivalries, big wins, and continuing legacies. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference has been more than just a league. It's been a movement. From the roaring crowds to sold-out stadiums, year after year, SWAC leads the nation in FCS attendance. And now, the wait is over. Welcome to SWAC TV, your free all-access pass to the soul of the conference. Every rivalry, every win, Every championship moment captured, streamed, and celebrated. Stream Swac TV, available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Google Play, and Android TV. Swac TV, where history is made and moments live forever.
Consumer Reports ranks.
All right, there it is, man. The what's the name? Let's get into the show, and we can go right back over it real quick. I know y'all at work. Y'all are supposed to be at work playing off. Y'all been jacking around, but this is if you did see it, I'm pretty sure you did. But this is what came out. Wrong goddamn screen. The Southeast, the SWAC announces 2025 SWAC football predictions from order of finish on Wednesday, July 16th at Swac Media Day. No surprise here, Jackson State, 126 votes was selected to finish first place in the SWAC Eastern Division. FAMU, Alabama State, and Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and Denver Valley. So this year, FAM is supposed to finish second, Alabama State supposed to finish third, and then Alabama A&M fourth. I think the East, I keep saying this about the East, there's no room for error in the East. None at all. There's no room for error. Right now, the East is batting 1,000. The SWAC West, oh my goodness. All right, Southern, they were with 120 votes. Was tapped to finish first place in the West, followed by Alcorn. Prairie View is third, followed by Texas Southern, Grand Fam, and then Pine Bluff. Woo. Now, the West is so unpredictable, and it's so weird. But the question is, can Southern really repeat? That is the question. Can Southern really repeat? I'm really trying to figure it out if Southern can really repeat. I mean, Crook, you're the only person here leaving comments. Can Southern repeat? Hell no. Because PV say they're going to drag y'all. I'm just saying. But it says that Southern Jaguars tallied the most first place votes with 17. Overall, followed by Jackson State with 16. So y'all actually got more. They have more confidence than y'all to win the West than they do to have Jackson State to win the East, because the East is so heavily. It's dominated by great play in the East. Because between Jackson State, FAMU, and Alabama State, you cannot lose that game. Because all three of those teams are liable to go on a run, and good luck. Like Jackson State went on that run last year, it was a wrap. And so, hey, between Southern and Prairie View, I cannot wait to see that game. I cannot wait to see Southern versus Prairie View. I'm telling you that I cleared my calendar. I got that game marked. I will be live streaming that game. I cannot. That is the battle of the delusionals. I cannot wait for that game. No, the West is not even with the East, Crook. No, you're not. Mm-mm. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're nowhere near even. You've been drinking already, Crook. You're nowhere near even, man. No, sir, you're not. You can't be. I'm not gonna let you even play yourself like that. It's talking about the SWAC. you have the SWAC East, and I'm serious when I say this: Jackson State, FAMU, and Alabama State. If any one of those teams went to the West, they would go undefeated in the West. And you know it, and I know it. If Jackson State, Alabama State, or FAMU was in the West, they would go undefeated. Yeah, so the West is no, you're not on the West level, man. You trying. Now, you got Suge Knight at PV talking. You heard that, man. Yeah, I was on Swac Digital with y'all, leaving comments, talking. But that man is delusional. At least your coach from Southern, Graves, he's not delusional. He's jolly, like good old Santa Claus. So they beat you by a point, but a win is a win, bro. Come on, man. Come on. A win is a win. Did they beat you? Yes or no? How about I can't read? Damn crook boy, you hell, man. What you let me see if I can share She Loves D-Line. Yeah. It's all good, crook. Yeah, but the West, you got some work to do. Let me see. Oh no, she's not interviewing anybody either. Oh, you said the East is all clear, even clearly. You didn't say that. You just said they all even. Now you're trying to say the East. Now that you go ahead and say that. Admit that point. Ooh. Admit that the East, because I thought you were trying to say the SWAC West, and the East was equal. No. I'm like, okay, now the East. The East is equal, yeah. The West, no. But I'll stand on what I said, crook. That either Jackson State, Alabama State, or FAMU would win the West easily. If it was just one of them in there. Oh, crook, I think you be drinking. You all right, bro? You all right, crook? You crack me up, man. Because I think that you have more hate for Jackson State and FAMU than you do for Grambling. I'm just saying. I see it. Now, and Grambling, to me, Coach Mickey, I'm not going to lie. I did not like his conference. Not because that has nothing to do with the school of Grambling. I have too much respect for Grambling and their football program, and especially for Coach Robinson. I have too much respect for that program, for this guy to get up on there and talk about, well, if this person have a breakout season or you have a season, they coming. Oh, I'm looking for a buyout. I'm looking for a buyout. Man, you like you'll sell your own ass. I'm talking about Coach Mickey. So I'm nowhere near disrespecting the Grambling brand or the Grambling name. I could never do that. That football program means too much to the SWAC. And I wanted to stay like that. So, but I didn't like his. But now, what I did see, and I hope a lot of y'all seen it also and heard it, the SWAC is getting bigger in the trenches. You had the coach from UAPB, you had the coach from Alcorn, and there was another coach, I can't think of the third coach, but they all admitted when they played the quote unquote bigger schools in the SWAC, they got pushed around. So what did they do? They went out and they recruited bigger, faster, and stronger. So I like that. See, when you lose to an opponent, there's that moment of anger, and then there's that moment of grace. And then it gets to, what can I do to be better? All of them jokers admitted Jackson State had pushed him around. Alcorn didn't say Jackson State pushed them around, but we knew who they was talking about. And I have much respect for those coaches. Hey, look, we got to get us, we got to get us these 6'4", 6'5", 300-something pound guys. But we got to get them that ain't clumsy, that ain't lazy. I got to be able to coach them up. I got to be able to feed them right. I got to be able to make them work, and I got to make, I got to have them learn, buy into a system. And I think that is the most positive thing that I've taken away from the Swac Media Day. And it's a good thing to see it. When was the last time you seen a Swac offensive line averaging anywhere from I think they averaging now anywhere from 315 to about 325. That's the average offensive line in the SWAC now. That is what all 12 schools are aiming for. They saw what Coach T.C. Taylor and his staff was able to do, was to go out there and get those big guys and develop them. That's the key word, develop. We know it's hard to keep people. We know NIL. We know other people are looking at the SWAC conference. With that being said, you might want to find a way, Coach Mickey, to keep your players instead of just getting on national TV and say, "Oh, I'm looking for a buyout." This time he didn't say it laughing. This man dead serious. So if you go into Grambling and you have a breakout season or you have a good season, Coach Mickey is not worried about keeping you. He's more worried about how much money he can get if you do sign with somebody else. That's ludicrous thinking to me. But it's good to see the SWAC back in the trenches. That's my opinion. When I say the trenches, I'm talking about the offensive and defensive linemen. And Crook say that's what it's looked like in the early 2000s. I'm ex 225-pound running back. Yeah, it's still small. Yeah, but that's still a good size though, Crook. 225. Now now you getting the SWAC is getting defensive tackles 285, 295. Those edge rushers 265, 255, 275. That's the edge rushers. You getting that? The cornerback play, the coverage, is stepping up. It's getting better. It's up to us to maintain it. And I keep harping on, and I'm gonna keep on harping on it. We don't need all that outside NIL distraction. Build an NIL within your athletic department and let the chips fall where they may. Trust me, I know. I watch and see every day. I read about all conferences. You got people that's signing high school players for $5 million. That's fine. Yeah, and JSU had monsters playing linebacker. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the linebacker play, 6'1", 6 feet, 225, 230. Some of these guys are freshmen and sophomores. So it's coming back. Now we got to stay ourselves focused. You seen the commercials about the SWAC TV, and trust me, I'm getting all of it. I already have HBCU Go. I got downloaded SWAC TV now. I will be if I'm not at the game, I will be live streaming all Saturday day and night. Whether I think the latest night games we got is like 6 o'clock, but still better than all the games being played at 11 and 12 o'clock. So I'm really looking forward to the season because there's questions to be answered. If you didn't know, Eddie Robinson is the longest tenured coach we have in the SWAC. He only been there 4 years. So the fans have been applying pressure to the SWAC schools. And that's a good thing. When I mean applying pressure, think about it. Bubba McDowell at Prairie View, he went to the SWAC championship game twice. Fired, gone. Coach Sanders left. FAMU coach, Coach Willie Simmons, gone. Coach Maynard came to the end of the road. He won 100 games in his FAMU coaching career. He's no longer there. Terrell Buckley taking over for Valley. Then you have Coach McNair leaving Alcorn. You have Coach Graves going down to Southern, Coach Mickey at Grambling. These are all new faces, and I believe everybody's goal is to come in and recruit or use the portal, because I heard a lot of people talking. I got 30 players from the portal. I got 60 players from the whatever you got. Everybody wants to get bigger and faster. I did hear in a couple of these coaches in their voice, they want to beat Jackson State. Jackson State is the king of the hill right now. So when you come for the king, you better not miss. I'm telling you, when you are able to get some players, freshmen and sophomores, and coach them up, now they juniors and seniors, and they've been playing together. Some of them been playing together 3 years, 2-3 years. When you're able to get a team like that, you are going to be on point. I'm not knocking the porter at all. But I'm talking game time experience playing with that guy. You know what that defensive tackle, and you playing the edge, you know what your defensive tackle can do and can't do, because you played with him before. Offense the same way. I know my offensive tackle can do X, Y, and Z. I know my guard can do X, Y, and Z. Quarterback play. It all comes down to quarterback play. Right now, nobody announced they started quarterback except Jackson State. That is a big plus. I think Alabama State, they don't have a quarterback. They listen to Coach Eddie Robinson. He was saying it's like 3 or 4 of them that's in there. Everybody keeps saying 3 or 4 quarterbacks, 3 or 4 quarterbacks. Nobody knows who they starting quarterback is except Jackson State. Game time experience with a seasoned quarterback and SWAC play goes a long damn way. Keep that in mind. So it seems like everybody has a new starting quarterback. I see 23. Crook say he sees 23 again, and again in 26. I think some schools, my opinion, rely on the portal too much. It's not relying on it, but can you make it work? Because you got to remember, some of them players only have a year left. Some might have 2. Who's to say they won't haul ass and leave? So it's a hit and miss with the portal. But I like the direction that the SWAC is going. I really do like that direction. It's been a long time. And we used to say the SWAC was wide open. No, the SWAC is not wide open this year. It's Jackson State versus everybody else. You got to come knock them off their throne. Whether that you playing them in your house or you going to the vet, you got to knock them off their pedestal. And I'm telling you, you got to hit Jackson State hard as hell in the first half, and you can't let up. Ask FAMU. Ask Southern. They came out hitting, but that second half of that Jackson State game against them was different. That's why I keep telling Jackson State fans, and I know y'all don't like to hear when I say this. Your defensive head coach is a damn good head coach. If he has another season like he had this year, good luck to y'all keeping him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. It's hard. It is very, very, very hard. So, but I'm gonna come back later on tonight and go live. We are definitely gonna come back later on tonight and go live. Look at this fool here. What are he rambling about? Cause it's funny. I don't think he knew what he was talking about then. We ain't had no QB on him. We couldn't put the points up to keep them passing the ball. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. It's QB. It's the QB play, and I'm gonna keep saying this. I have no problem with the portal. I like the portal, but you cannot come in and expect that one hit wonder miracle to keep working for you. Prime example, FAMU. They used Musa to win the SWAC. And then Willie left, and then they got a new quarterback came in, and they looked like ass last year. Now, their quarterback had pretty good play. He had that dude was averaging over 300-yard passing. But your defense was shaky. And then you couldn't score when it needed to be scored against a team like Jackson State. But this year, I keep saying this, and I keep harping on this. Coach Eddie Robinson from Alabama State, has to beat FAMU. If Coach Robinson cannot beat FAMU this year, I don't know when he's going to be able to beat them. That's just my opinion. That's my take. You got to be able to beat them. Because right now, how it's looking, you're going to have, I say, a 3-man race. Early prediction, just a 3-man race. Of course, Jackson State and Southern, and then the winner out of FAMU and Alabama A&M. I say again, Jackson State, Southern, and the winner out of Alabama State and FAMU. Everybody else just cause hell, cause ruckus. Maybe you can slip up and beat them. Because that's what we're looking at. But I'm telling you, y'all got it. Hey, we got to support whatever university that you go to. Support them is like it's the last days. You got to be able to support them. Jackson State, I like their NIL initiative. The man say 50,000 fans donate $10 a month. I haven't seen anybody else say that. I'm willing to donate $10 a month to every damn school. If that's what they asking for, I'm willing to do it. I want to see this conference back to the days when I was in high school, when I was in college. I want to see that black college football magic on Saturday night. I want to go back to that. That 1993 Southern versus Alcorn game, my goodness. I will never forget that game. That game, that was Steve McNair going into Southern. It not only was it standing room only, it was so many damn people up in there. That's back when the drinking age was 18. I had carried a whole damn liter of Seagram's gin. I had carried a liter of Seagram's gin up in that game. Bruh, that was a time to be alive, man. That was a time to be alive. That's right. Oh, so Southern, so Woods is going to be the starting quarterback at Southern, Sweet Newt? Put that up there. Hey, I want to see Magic back like that. That's right. Now see, Merlin know what I'm talking about. This was college life in the early 90s, man, in the SWAC football. I remember them times, man. Bro, we used to go to Southern Grambling every weekend. Every Saturday morning, we was out on a road trip, going somewhere. Oh, okay. New said that's what Green said today, but he wouldn't write that in the stone. I got you, man. But hey, I keep telling folks, bro, the magic is slowly but surely coming back. The magic is coming back. Yeah, 93. Yeah, I was a high school senior. We had I had a what was it, a 1982 short dog Cadillac, Brown Thunder. See, back then, man, I know the price of everything is just through the roof, but back then, $20 would fill up your gas tank. And we've riding all through the SWAC schools, man. Man, it is, my man, Hell Wildcats. I'm telling you, this man right here is the only Bethune-Cookman fan on the internet. Unlike Perry View fans, HBCU band talk has been here. He's been here. I mean, he been for the last few years. I've seen this man. So yeah, but we can bring that magic back, and I think this year gonna be that year. Now, if Prairie View, you got your new head coach, and you got your new head coach, and y'all riding that wave. I think y'all delusional, but ride that wave, ride it, because you going to Houston, your first game, and I like how Coach Dishman handled it. Coach Dishman said, I don't know nothing about Mr. Jackson. Our goal is to beat Prairie View. And he's right. That's his goal. Beat Prairie View. That Labor Day Classic here is a little different, man. I go every year. Finding everyone online. G Boom. Uh-oh. Them Southern fans, boy. But I tell you, with Southern, and like I said, if you look at it, it says Southern Jaguars, I say again, tallied the most first place votes with 17 overall. That's a good thing. So the voters see something, but sometimes the voters are wrong. Man, that's it there, boy. Hey, man, you talking good time now. $1 for 8-ball malt liquor, $1 for all American meal, $2 a gas, $2 for $2 a gas. That's right. Man, I'm telling you. Man, we would ride to the Valley Jackson State game in the Delta in Itabena. Man, I ain't never in my life seen that many raccoons and squirrels and possums on the damn grill. My goodness, Valley, if it's on 4 legs, that Valley is gone. I'm telling you, there was some good times, man. Good times. Man, and in the 90s, though, especially around that early 90s part, 93, 94, 95, you had a better atmosphere in Southern Baton Rouge than you did at LSU. And folks know that I'm not lying. If you was around back then, that Southern game, Southern had a night game, man, and it wasn't all that crazy stuff going on. Jackson State night games was that was the place to be. See, BET would follow Jackson State around. And you would go to Jackson State, man. Woo. Man, I'm telling you, man. I have so many good memories, man. That's why I'm so happy to see that you getting these big guys in there. You look at those offensive and defensive linemen. See, our skill position players have always been in the SWAC. We've always had a good running back, a good wide receiver, a good cornerback. We've always had those guys. That's not the problem. It was in those trenches. Now the trench game is the trench warfare in the SWAC is heating up. Now, hey, I say again, playing in that summer heat down in the deep south, you better be ready. Drink you plenty of water. Yes, indeed. Yes, man. I'm. This is probably one of the better Swac Media days, and I enjoyed it. I was trying to watch ESPN, Swac Digital, and She Loves Thee. I was trying to watch all 3 of them at the same time, but I was catching glimpses, and I was talking noise in the chat also. But it's all good though. But tonight I'm gonna come back live tonight, probably at 7. And we'll talk more about media days and predictions and schedules. Now the schedules are out, the game times are out, and everybody's getting on their Instagram channels and stuff. And hey, may the best man win. And let's talk some noise. Talk some good noise. I'm serious. Welcome that coach from Prairie View. Welcome him to the SWAC the right way. Because I'm telling you, that man has an arrogance about him where he thinks he's better than the SWAC. Bruh, this ain't, what is it, Valdosta State? This ain't Valdosta State. You haven't walked to, I guarantee you, when Southern and Prairie View meet up, that man, he keeps saying, welcome, he's back home and all this and that. as a coaching standpoint, you're not going to see a homecoming festivity. And I said this the other day. Southern homecoming festivities is probably one of the best in the SWAC, if not the best. Seriously. Seriously. At Southern homecoming, when y'all bring out them damn horses and damn cows and all that shit, y'all be riding through the damn city. So, yeah, hey, all I can tell him, welcome him the right way. I keep telling folks, when he meets up with Southern for that homecoming, they going to get there that Friday night. If I was him, I wouldn't stay in Baton Rouge. I'd find somewhere else to stay. That's going to be a ruckus environment at Southern. That's just like going to play in Jackson. When you go play in the vet, you better be ready. Because if I sit on the visitor side when I go to Jackson State games. And you look at that wall of blue that Jackson State has from goalpost going to that other goalpost. That's a wall of blue. And them folks are ready. They ready. So we got to welcome this man. Now, Fairview at Labor Day Classic, he gonna get a glimpse. But Texas Southern ain't, Coach Dishman is not rah, none of that stuff. And so he was talking about this is the way we ball. We tore down all these pitches and we did all this and that. Hey, man, I got you. Say the jukebox gonna get between the million. I keep telling folks, to our younger folks that really don't pay attention. I was exposed to the SWAC in 1984. I was 9 when I went to the Valley and Alcorn game. And then, of course, like I said, in my high school years and college years, that was the full exposure. But I think our young kids, if they was able to go to those games without all that crap that they like to do, no crashing out, just go up there and just enjoy that atmosphere. Get you one good game to go enjoy that atmosphere. It'll change your mind. I'm serious, man. But I'm going to come back live, man, at 7 o'clock tonight, and we're going to discuss the schedules and who's going to win what. But thank y'all for watching this little quick one, and we're going to see y'all again at 7. All right, later on.